Two wheels. This is my first motor vlog, so you guys gotta bear with me. Not so good at it yet, but one day I will be. So we're doing pretty much how to learn to ride a motorcycle. I got about 4 or 5 years experience riding sport bikes, Harleys, dirt bike, quads. Majority of it was sport bikes though. So I want to get into the basics on how to ride a motorcycle. First things first, you want to find an empty lot where that way you don't got to worry about cars running into you or you stalling in front of them, and just pretty much just making it more nervous than you already are. So I'm in Palmdale, California. I found this Antelope Valley Mall, so I came over here where there's pretty much not too many cars at all. That way I can show you guys a good way to do it. So first things first, you wanna learn about the controls on a bike. Obviously, if you're a beginner, in my opinion, I would start on a 250cc, but you could also start on 600, 750, 1000, whatever you would like. But these bikes got power and they're really fast. They'll get you where you gotta go pretty quick. So first things first, you got it on a bike, you gotta learn all the controls. That's very important. So let's start off with your handlebars in the top of the bike, right? So if you're gonna sit on the bike, you always sit on the left side. You can sit on the right side, that's for taller people, but me, I'm 5'7", and I ride a 2014 R6, and yeah, it's very hard for me. The bike's pretty tall. So put my gloves on. You always want to wear gear, vest, gloves, helmet, riding boots, whatever you want to do. Obviously you can go even more gear than that, but I'm just doing a little practice video for you guys. So first things first, you guys want to learn the controls, right? So first things first, you got your throttle, you got your front brake, you got your kill switch, and you got your ignition switch. This is your key, how you turn on the bike, on and off. Okay, when you're on neutral, that means you're on neutral. That means the bike's gonna go on its own. When you turn on your bike, you always want to start on neutral. Okay, you got your clutch and switch gears to get your friction zone. This is very important on the bike. Once you learn this, you're gonna master the bike very quickly. As soon as you get that clutch down, you won't stop no more. You have takeoff. That bike, you pop up wheelies, everything with that clutch right there. You also got your low beams, your high beams. Your low beam automatically turns on as you turn on your bike. Majority of the bikes do that unless you did some aftermarket head lights and stuff, but low beam always turns on. High beam, that's your high beam. Your left turn signal, your right turn signal, and your horn. Right? So let's get into the basics. So pretty much now that you guys know all the controls, very important. So wait, let me go another basic. One more step. Let's go right here, right? So this is your kickstand. Me, what I always do, I always put the bike like this. Before I even get off, I make sure it's secure. I throw my leg over and I'm off. Okay, so majority sport bikes, they have 6 gears. They have first gear going down, 5 gears going up, make a total of 6. Your neutral is in between. Okay, so 1 down, 5 up, right? So we're in first gear right now. So in order to go to neutral, it's 1/2 click up. So you go half a click, you are now into neutral. You go 1 more click, you are now into second, third, and then you go up third, fourth, fifth, and 6th. So up. Right out after you pass that neutral, it's all up, and then you start downshifting, right? So right now we're in second gear. So in order you barely tap it, you check. Now we're on neutral, right? So this is your peg. This is your gears, how to switch gears. So in order to switch gears, you got to pull in your clutch, and you got to either go up or down depending on which way you want to go. You want to go first, neutral, second, depending on how you want to do it. And you come on the right side of the bike, and then you got your peg, and you got your rear brake. You see that? Your rear brake, this is 30% stop, 30% of your stopping brake, and your front brake, this is your front brake right here, this is 70%. But every time you come to a stop, I recommend you pull this in, and you push this down all at the same time every single time you stop. Unless you do like a little slow turn or something, then you probably rest your foot on that brake a little bit. The more experience you go, the more easier it comes. So you come over here, for instance, let's say, okay, so you want to practice riding, right? There's a motorcycle right there waiting for you. You just bought it, or your friends allowing you to ride it. So you would come right here, you come over here, you make sure all the controls, everything's good. Okay, so me, I would hold on to this handlebar, throw my leg over. As I'm throwing my leg over, my hand's holding on to the throttle. and I'm leading the bike straight. See, I'm 5'7", this R6 sits so much taller, I don't even have a lowering kit, and look at my feet on both sides, tippy toes and tippy toes. So it's very possible. All those people think, I know there's a lot of questions out there, all those people like, oh, I'm so short, I'm not able to do it. Yes, you are, because I'm short, and I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now. No matter what bike it is, if it's a sport bike, Harley, you know, I figure a way to get it done. So another thing, I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you that. So you want to get started, right? Ignore the phone. This is a phone mount. You know, hold your phone right there. You can go 200 miles per hour. That thing won't come off. See, so you want to get started. So you will turn the key, right? Turn the key. My ignition switch is on off, so you turn it on. You turn on means it's ready to go. Other bikes, you got to pull in the clutch, hit the ignition switch, the bike will turn on. Okay, this bike, Yamaha, they don't do that. All I got to do is look. Okay, the bike's on, right? Bike's on, ready to go. It's in neutral, okay? So neutral, the bike can go up or down. So if you, okay, so just fix your mirrors, make sure everything's adjusted. So you want to learn how to get started. Okay, so what you do is down here, foot on the peg, hold the clutch in, kick it down, first gear. Okay, the light is no longer on, we kicked it down, we know we're in first gear, right? So you want to start going. Okay, so if you're new, I wouldn't recommend using the throttle. Okay, I can start going by my clutch. It's all friction zone. Friction zone, I can go about 7-8 miles per hour with all clutch and no throttle. Watch this. Look, I'm slowly letting go of my clutch. The bike is now rolling. Okay, the bike is now going. You see that? That's no gas. That's no gas. Look at that. That's all clutch. Look, I'm going 7 miles per hour already, all by the clutch. I haven't even touched the gas yet. Okay, and this is what you want to learn. This is the most important thing in order for you not to stall at a red light, or you know, at a stop sign, or anywhere. You know, you get used to that friction zone and that clutch, you'll make it a long way. Eventually you'll come muscle memory, second hand. Okay, so same thing again. Okay, no throttle. Ease off the clutch. Ease. There you go. See, bike rolling. Okay, bike is going 7 miles per hour. Now look, no gas. Okay, so if I'm turning this way, I'm gonna turn, and I'm also gonna look through the turn. That's very important that you guys need to learn. Okay, you're turning left, right, anywhere you want to go, you want to make sure you're looking at the way you want to turn. You're looking that way. Don't worry, don't look at your speedometer, don't look at your front tire, don't look at your handlebars. If you're turning right, you're looking right. If you're turning left, you're turning left. And I'll show that further with you, but I just want to show you can get this bike going with no gas. Okay, see, so now you want to, okay, now you got that part ready to go. You got the clutch ready to go. What do you do now? Now you're still in first bike. You're still in first gear. I'm sorry, the gear and the bike is still rolling. Okay, so what you do now is you barely give it any gas, especially on the 600 or anything above it. I would suggest you barely give it any gas because these bikes are very powerful. So you barely give it just a little, just a little notch. Okay, I mean, if you go like this, you're gonna do a wheelie. It's not gonna be good. So just barely pull it. Put your hand on the throttle. Me, I like to ride with 2 fingers on the clutch, 2 fingers on the brake. That's been working for me very well. So what I do is I put my hand like this. I now give it gas very slowly. You see that? So if I'm gonna turn left, okay, like I said, we're looking to the turn. I'm gonna turn left, and I'm now gonna turn. Okay, I'm turning left. Here comes the bike. Okay, that's something you got to get used to because that's very important. Okay, I'm giving a little bit of gas. I am no longer using the clutch. Okay, so I'm gonna turn right. So I'm looking right. Here we come. The bike made right. Okay, as when you turn right, your body automatically turns your handlebars right. Everything just fits in properly. Okay, so I'm turning right again. I look right. The bike's going right. You see that? Okay, so now you're in. Now you're going. Okay, so now let's see if you don't do it right. Let's see if you can't get that friction zone. If you can't get that friction zone down right, you know, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, so you're neutral right now. Feet everything. Okay, you're neutral. You're ready to go, right? So let's say you can't find that friction zone. Let's say, bam, you put it in first gear. You kicked it in first gear down, and you start going. You let go of the clutch too quick. The bike's gonna stall. Okay, it's gonna launch you forward a little bit. You're gonna get embarrassed. You're gonna feel uncomfortable. You're gonna feel like it's too hard. It's not too hard. Believe in yourself and just do it slowly. Take your time, and you're gonna get it. Okay, so now that the bike's stalled, you go back in neutral, put it back in neutral. Okay, so the bike's now rolling. Okay, this is how you can tell for bikes in gear. Okay, so it's not in neutral. Let's say you put it in first gear, right? Hold on. Okay, bike's in first gear. Okay, look, I can't move the bike backward or forward because the bike's in gear. You see that? That's the farthest I can go. Okay, so now if I put it in neutral, now watch this. Now I can literally walk this bike as far as I want because it's in neutral. So if the bike isn't moving, it's because the bike is in gear. You understand that? Okay, so we want to do it again. Okay, so throttle, front brake, clutch. That's all you need to do. Okay, so here, step again. So now I'm going to show you how to go in second gear, third gear, and so on and so forth, right? So we're starting again neutral, right? So we turn on the bike, we hit the ignition switch. You don't got to pull the clutch in on the Yamaha. Hit the ignition. Bike's ready to go, right? We're now in neutral, wanting to go in first gear, so that way we can go out and ride, go out and have a good time, have fun, go out and practice whatever you want to go do. Canyon riding, wheelies, whatever you want to go do. This is step one. Okay, so you pull in the clutch in, look down, okay, kick down, bam. We are now in first gear. Okay, what you want to practice is friction zone. Remember, like I said, as a beginner, you don't give it no gas. Okay, you just use that friction zone. Let it go. There you go. There you go. Bike is now rolling 70 miles per hour. Okay, that's with no gas. Now you want to start giving it gas. You give it gas, right? Okay. So now let's say you got past that period. You got past the friction zone. You got past the first gear. You got past the balance of the bike going left and right. Another thing to know, the slower you go, the harder it is to balance your bike. The faster you go, the easier it is. So when you're going 70 miles per hour, don't think like, oh, holy shit, how do these guys balance these bikes out? I feel like I'm gonna fall going 70 miles per hour. You're right. You feel like you're gonna fall because the faster you go, the more balance you have. The slower you go, the slower balance you have. So now we want to go into second gear, right? So we got this part, now we're driving. Okay, now we want to go in second gear, right? So now we go clutch in, gear up. Okay, we are now in second gear. See that? We are now in second gear. Okay, let's go over here. So we're in second gear, you want to go to third. Same process, clutch in, gear, indicate gear, up. You understand? So I'm in second gear right now. I'm rolling about 15 miles per hour. So I want to go to third gear now, right? So clutch in. Okay, let me just get past this car. Clutch in, look down, bam. Click up. We are now in third gear. Okay, so you're coming to a stop. You're coming to a red light. You're coming to a stop sign. What you do is you clutch in, front brake, back brake. You slow down. Okay, you start kicking all the way back down until you find either neutral or or first. Okay, see, so you're in neutral, right? Which means you're in neutral, means you're back at the beginning. So you got a stop sign, you click down, you start giving a little bit of gas and a little bit of throttle. There you go. Bike is now on its way. Just like I said, the slower you go, the harder it is to balance, right? So same thing. Okay, clutch in, right? Clutch in, left, right. Okay, now gas and a little bit of clutch, a little bit of throttle, and ease off the clutch very slowly. Okay, same thing. Okay, car coming, so we gotta beat him. First gear, pick it up. Second gear, pick it up again. Third gear. See how that works? Okay, so now you're coming to a stop. Okay, clutch in. Now you start kicking back down. Okay, we're in neutral, which means we're back at the beginning. Okay, so click it down, we're in first gear. Okay, now I'm looking left, I'm turning left. See how that works? I want to turn right, I'm looking right. Now I'm turning right. See that? Okay, and the controls. Okay, let's do this. You turn signals left, right. In order to take them off, they won't come off by themselves. You click, you push it in. See this? Bam, push it in. Okay, and what else do you guys want to learn? We could talk about the MSF course, and we could talk about the DMV, whatever you prefer. If you literally have like no experience and no dirt bike, no nothing, I recommend the MSF course. It's about $250 for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, and you you just pay $250 and they train you for 3 days on how to ride a motorcycle. They show you the clutch, everything I'm showing you. They show you exactly how to do it. Okay, and these are trained people that know how to ride, that are training you how to do it. Me, I didn't go that route. I was riding for a while without a license, to be honest, and I got very experienced riding a motorcycle. So I figured, you know what, I can try the DMV. You know, it looks pretty hard. I'm gonna do it on. I had a 2009 Gicture 750, and like, you know what, I'm gonna do it on the 750. You know, let's see if I'm able to do it, right? So I go there. I mean, before I go there, obviously I practice the circle, the cones. I practice a lot. So I'm doing it a lot, practicing enough to I feel like, you know what, I can do this. You know, in front of people, I can do this. You know, anytime I want. You know, I feel I'm very experienced. So sure enough, I go to the DMV. I paid like $30, I believe, if I remember, a couple years ago. And sure enough, I passed it. I mean, I did that because I was experienced, but for those who are not experienced, I recommend the MSF course. You pay that $250, 3 days, and they'll train you, and you get your motorcycle license, and you also you pass your permit, and you also get your motorcycle license. So I mean, it's very worth it. And another thing, let's say you don't want to do neither. Let's say you just want to practice and see if biking is even for you. You don't got to do neither. You can go and take your written test for a motorcycle, right? And you can do a written test just like a car. And let's say you pass your written test, you now have your motorcycle permit. You don't have an M1. You don't have your M1 is a motorcycle license. You don't have your motorcycle license, but you have your motorcycle permit, which means you're able to drive anywhere you want besides the freeway and drive at night, and besides having a passenger. Okay, so if you want to decide, like, you know what, I just want to test out riding a motorcycle, see how fun it is. You know, maybe it's not for me, because it's not for a lot of people, and it's also for a lot, but it's also for none. So it all depends on you. So that's another route you can take. You can just do your written motorcycle test, get your permit, and sure enough, you will go out there, and you now have your motorcycle permit, which means you're able to legally ride a bike with no passenger, not at night or not in the freeway, which means, and I believe it's for like 6-7 months. So that gives you more than enough time to practice on your bike. That's what I did. I got my permit for those 5 or 6 months before my permit was ending. I was practicing majority of the time on how to pass the DMV one, you know, because I didn't want to go to the MSF course, because I feel like pretty much what they're going to show me is what I already know, right? So